Yuji's curse technique is finally revealed in JJK. Jujutsu Kaisen continues the incredibly exciting raid on Sukuna in the Shinjuku Showdown arc, and, of course, the protagonist of the series, Yuji Itadori, was always going to be incredibly relevant in this section of the story. Yuji has been somewhat underwhelming in this arc so far. However, it was only a matter of time before the author started focusing on him and gave him more attention going forward. Now, Yuji's certainly one of the most exciting aspects of the raid, and with each passing chapter, he keeps surprising fans by becoming stronger. In JJK Chapter 256, fans finally got a glimpse of Yuji's true potential as he unleashed his cursed technique properly for the first time. In the beginning of the Jujutsu Kaisen, Yuji Itadori was a regular boy, and he did not possess any cursed technique. Even though he was gifted tremendously, physically speaking, he was not always a sorcerer. He couldn't even see curses. It was only after he consumed Sukuna's finger that he was able to do these things. But Yuji was far from the strongest sorcerers who got their techniques when they were kids. Still, it was also never mentioned in the series that Yuji would never get a cursed technique. We always knew that eventually he would get some powers because he is the main character, and that is exactly what happened as the story continued. While Yuji used the cursed energy efficiently with the use of Divergent Fist, this technique was perfect for him because of his agility and his raw physical strength. However, that certainly was not enough for him to reach the top levels. During the time skip that led to the Shinjuku Showdown, Yuji trained relentlessly and gained powerful abilities. When Yuji returned to battle against Sukuna after the death of Gojo, he surprised everyone with quite a few interesting abilities. One of the abilities that he used immediately after returning was blood manipulation. This is a cursed technique that we have seen on many occasions in the story. It was first showcased by Noritoshi Kamo, and later, Choso showed incredible usage of this technique as well. It can be assumed that Yuji learned this technique from Choso during the time skip, and now he can utilize it efficiently. He first used this technique off-screen as he hit Sukuna with piercing blood. At that time, Sukuna thought this technique was launched by Choso. However, that was never confirmed. As the story continued, Sukuna witnessed the usage of blood manipulating powers by Yuji once again. This time around, Yuji spit blood on his face and made it explode from a distance, which told Sukuna that something was up with him. As such, the basis for this has been laid for quite a while, and it is only coming to a head now as the raid against the King of Curses intensifies. In JJK Chapter 256, we got to see a lot of exciting action as Sukuna continued to ramp up his power with his consecutive usage of black flashes. However, at the same time, a lot of focus was also thrown on other individuals in the chapter. For example, the likes of Yuji also got a lot of attention, especially towards the end. Yuji charged up his fist and landed a powerful black flash on Sukuna. However, shortly before that, it was also confirmed that Yuji had now awakened a cursed technique. When Yuji was fighting Sukuna up and close, he made use of piercing blood, which is one of the strongest abilities of the blood manipulation cursed technique. This is a cursed technique that allows the user to control and modify their blood beyond its natural form or motion, which leads to a number of effects. It can control every part of the user's blood, including blood composition, plasma, and red blood cells. This technique is quite powerful, and we have seen it do tremendous damage whenever it is used. The fact that Yuji can use it just goes to show that he is one to be feared. He was able to hit Sukuna with this power from a very close range and slap him across the face, which confirmed that he is a strong user of this ability now. That said, it was also confirmed in the chapter that Yuji cannot use Supernova at the moment. That is not to say that he can never gain access to it. It simply means that Yuji will have to wait for a while to gain access to this ability, as it is more complicated to perform and needs quite a lot of training, which Yuji has not had at the moment. At the moment, Yuji's cursed technique is quite powerful. However, it cannot be said that it has reached its pinnacle. Yuji has only been a user of blood manipulation for about a month. He still has a long way to go. However, it is in the face of danger that his cursed technique will grow to the next level. Right now, Yuji is facing off against Sukuna, and in the past, sorcerers tested their skills against the King of Curses, and as a result, sharpened their abilities even further. Yuji can do the same. He has been fighting against Sukuna consistently, and by doing so, he has been improving his reverse curse technique. Similarly, by excessively using his technique against Sukuna, he can sharpen his usage of blood manipulation as well. We will most definitely see Yuji utilize better blood manipulation techniques in the battle against Sukuna, and eventually come up with stronger techniques. It wouldn't be a surprise to see Yuji use Supernova later down the line. Most importantly, the skill that Yuji could eventually gain from the blood manipulation curse technique is domain expansion. Of course, blood manipulation is sure to have a powerful domain expansion. However, no character in the series has made use of it so far. Yuji could be the very first person to do this. Yuji might not have hit that level just yet. However, in due time, he will become incredibly powerful and gain a domain expansion that will allow him to overwhelm even the King of Curses and potentially even defeat him. We simply need to wait for Yuji to reach the next level and improve his skills against Sukuna. Given that JJK is in its final phase at the moment, it should not take Yuji long to evolve to the next level and show everyone why he is a sorcerer worth betting on and how he will pick up from right where Gojo left off and define an entire new generation.